patiently enduring difficulties, suffering stress or pain to harness more power, and of course healing by way of trials. This has a very interesting link with the word Shabazz, because the word Shabazz itself, as you have learned, equals the number 83. And we have learned from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that Shabazz was the first and smartest scientist on the deportation of moons. Now, as we continue with this theme of patiently enduring suffering, we know that the deportation of moons caused great suffering on our planet, great devastation, taking one part of the earth and blasting it 36,000 miles away into its present pocket. After blasting that much of the earth, of course, you have a great loss of life. You have the overabundance now of water on the planet. And now we have a satellite to balance this overabundance now. But we go to learn that the word on, this particular word the Honorable Elijah Muhammad used, is a very interesting word. The word on, as you look up in the dictionary, means after or as a result of. Not just the regular way that we use the word on, but in this case it is used to mean after or as a result of the deportation of moons. So we could basically read this sentence as saying Shabazz was the first and smartest scientist as a result of the deportation of moons. So we can basically conclude that Shabazz and his tribe rose as the wisest of gods on the earth after planetary destabilization, a planetary destabilization the earth has not known. As we continue, from the history we have learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that he and his tribe is the first tribe to discover the best part of the planet Earth. Now I think this is very interesting because the description the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gives of the location of the best part of the planet Earth is the rich Nile Valley of Egypt and the present seat of the holy city Mecca. Now, this word he uses, rich, is interesting because it equals the number 38, which is the reverse of the number 83. We have also gone on to learn that there are other words that equal the number 38 that may have some connection to our subject. We have the word change, we have the word balance, and of course we have the word Africa. Now you notice the Honorable Elijah Muhammad calls this part of our planet West Asia, fittingly so, the original name of our planet. But of course, the enemy has called it Africa. And I've always thought that was very interesting that these words, particularly Africa, equals the number 38. Change, of course, is significant because Shabazz was dissatisfied with the fragile physical makeup of our bodies. Of course, we're being a very cerebral people, a very small people. You know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad himself, I think, is a very good example of the type of stature our people have had, you know, trillions of years. Very small people, but of course with great and powerful minds. Shabazz wanted to change this, and so I think it is also fitting to the word change equals the number 38, because he took us to live in the jungles of West Asia, to live in a rough environment, and to conquer the wild beasts. And I think balance is significant because you have a powerful mind, but a very fragile body. And I believe that is this sense of wanting to bring some type of balance of the spiritual to the physical, or to harmonize the two. I think this was indeed a great desire in Shabazz in taking us to live in a rough environment and to conquer the wild beasts. Continuing, we see that the word nigger equals the number 38 as well. Now I think this is very interesting because this theme of influence, and Africa all have their relevance now in full expression through what the young people and our older generations in the 60s and 70s have been calling one another this word, nigger. Now, I was just as shocked to find out as many of us, and happy to find out that this word actually has ancient roots in a class of Asiatic deities taking the form of a very great snake who bring rain, fertility, and wisdom. And we have also learned through the study of our ancient alchemical history, particularly in Egypt, that the snake represented a form of protection, and the pharaohs wore it on the headdress of their regalia. And of course, in modern times, in the Bible, in the New Testament, in the words of Jesus, he exhorts his disciples to be as wise as the serpent, yet as humble as a sheep. And of course, in the Bible, in the Genesis story, we have the symbol of the serpent, the wise craftiness, the cunningness. Interesting, as we make the connection between the rain and the fertility and the wisdom, we know that modern day rap, or what we have termed hip-hop, first it started off as being a source of wisdom for our people. And you know, nowadays it has become traditional to use the term, "I'ma make it rain." And also, you have a great deal of music that has something to do with love-making, sex, hence fertility. So I think it is very interesting that we're connecting these ancient powers to what is happening to our people, particularly among our young people right now. Now, we also have from this word nega or naga, the word negative. And the word negative is really a continuation of this word, but in terms of giving it a noun form, we now see that that which is negative, and really in actuality is not really something that's bad, it's just something that is in opposition to or has a different polarity than that which is positive. Negative would be that which pulls in, positive would be that which pushes out. So now we have this power now among our young people, the power to push and bring in. We did a lot of work for the enemy, and now the negative energy has been among us for about the last 30 years. And now we've developed into a generation of warriors who are ready to take our position and be the people that we are destined to be. And of course, connecting with the concept of 83, the word negative equals 83, and the word wisdom equals 83. Connecting us back to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us about the history of this man Shabazz. The strength, the intelligence, the grace that you see expressed in North America, in the Caribbean, and in other parts of the world, like as in England, the dynamic, the force, and the creative expression that you see coming through us is a sign that transformation is indeed taking place. And the purpose of Shabazz and the number 83 is now being fulfilled.